what are you seeing as far as the changes over the last couple years with social media?
I don't believe in overposting, but I don't believe in not posting. Don't go too deep without bringing the business up, but go deep enough where it's not weird that you're just trying to spam them with a link or trying to get them onto your opportunity calls. I'm going to give you this little website, and it has the potential to completely change your social media activity, simply because it will get rid of the objection of, I just don't know what to talk about on my Facebook Live.
John Melton coming to you live with MyLifestyleAcademy.com, and I'm excited to help you, the network marketer, the online entrepreneur. And those of you that are using social media to build your business, you want to generate more leads, you want to build an audience. I've got my good buddy Fraser Brookes joining us here shortly. We're going to talk about how to create more engagement, create more conversation, and I can tell you that Fraser is an expert. He's a wizard. He is a genius when it comes to social media. The guy's probably got more engagement than just about anybody I know that isn't famous, although he is kind of famous. And he's on right now, so we're going to bring him on in T-minus 30 seconds.
Let's go!
Yes, John.
There he is.
Nice.
The man, the myth, the legend.
I absolutely love you. You know that. Your energy, like, it's very, very rare. Like, I'm high energy. You are like, it's you. I actually might have heard it from. You've got to be you times two. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was you, right? It was definitely you. And I've learned a lot from you from hearing that sentence. I think about it every single time I go live and before I go on stage and stuff. So, nice. Yeah, so Fraser Brookes here. I'm 30 years old. I got started when I was 22 after saying no for 4 years. Traveled around the world with my parents, seeing my dad be the craziest man alive, drawing circles connected to other circles, and basically saying that's how you make money. Just connect a circle to another circle and you'll make money. And I just thought, if that's what I've got to do to succeed, I ain't going to succeed because I'm not crazy like him. Just so be it, I've developed into a crazy person just like him. Said no for 4 years, said yes.
What changed your mind?
The fear of missing out. I actually went to university, and the thought of them making more money than a week than I would a year was just driving me crazy. And I remember one day just putting a link on my best friend's wall with www.mycompanyx.com/Fraser. Go on, mate, you'll love it. Spent 4 weeks doing that. Did a 2-week stint in Facebook jail. Was about to quit. My dad said, hey, let's rob a bank. And he basically sat me down and said, in order to rob the bank, you've got to find the blueprint. You've got to get to know people. You've got to turn strangers into friends, friends into family. That's what this business is all about. Your business will be made up of complete strangers who become your family, not the other way round, right? Too many people turn their family into complete strangers more often than not in network marketing. So we want to turn strangers into family. So I created a system in 2010, was able to recruit nearly 500 people personally, and then duplicated that to 300,000 customers in just under 5 years. It all started from social media, but I did get off my ass and traveled around the world, to pour some fuel on that fire. So loving life, man. Now do generically, just not tied to any one company, just generically, and helping other people be able to build their businesses is a passion of mine, a goal of mine. It's a legacy I want to leave. And I'm just excited to be here, mate, because I know we're going to reach a lot of people, you and I.
Obviously, more and more people, more and more companies are embracing social media and learning how to use social media the right way to launch a business, to create curiosity, to meet more people. And it's kind of crazy because obviously just a few years ago, it was like, we were getting shamed on by our upline, and lots of experts in the industry were saying it's not duplicatable and it's not something that the average person can do to build a business. And now it's like we live on social media, and there is that learning curve, right? Trying to figure out what to post, how to communicate with people, because it is different than talking to someone face to face. You were talking about how you can communicate with more people online, and I couldn't agree more. In fact, my first social media sign up, the first person we met on social media and then ended up recruiting them into our business was in 2006 from MySpace.
Ooh! Social media is not just a gateway to build your network marketing business, but it's a gateway to genuinely change your life. I grew in a massive amount of confidence. I went from biggest introvert you could have imagined to, on my way to extrovert in a really weird way, if that even is possible, just with the confidence of live video, connecting with tons of people. I believe for you to master the lesson of life, you've got to travel the world and meet new people. So yeah, I think social media is a great way for us to do that.
The biggest thing is people get started in network marketing business and they're all excited, right? Their ignorance on fire, and they want to post about it. They want to tell the world. They want to just, share a status update or do a Facebook Live, or they want to start copy and paste messaging all their friends and family, this really well thought out message, and it doesn't work. So what is it that you're teaching people to launch their business, to get the ball rolling if they want to use social media?
Well, man, you're the king. Your whole 3DW, your ATM and all that is just, mate, I was in Austria a few weeks ago. I'll go back this weekend. And they would talk to me like, do you guys in the UK, use ATM? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, well, how did you hear about ATM? Oh, I don't know. Like, we heard this other company was using it. And I was like, okay, and how did they hear about it? And like 1,000 levels deep. So congrats on that. I'm a massive believer in a DMO. I believe if you've got a DMO, you crush it no matter what you do, whether it's a gym, relationships, whatever. So I just have a 5C social media DMO. So the first C is content. And you don't have to be Shakespeare or Spielberg to create decent content. You've just got to post something. I don't believe in overposting, but I don't believe in not posting. So 1 to 3 posts a day. The second step is comment. Go out. I have the toilet techniques, which we shared at Eric Warrior's house, where spend 2 or 3 times a day, depending on, some of you guys using fantastic products, so you might be frequent users of the toilet or visitors of the toilet. And just go and actively comment. Go on lives, go on stories, go in groups, go on pages, go on the news feed. Not spend like maybe 5-10 minutes a day. Just actively showing up on social media, becoming omnipresent. You'll be everywhere. Third C is connect. Connecting with people, new people, every single day. My number one goal was I have to connect with at least one person. It wasn't 10 people. It was I have to connect with at least one person before I go to bed. And I've done that ever since I began in 2010. Fourth one is communicate. Don't just connect with someone and be like, right, do you want to join my business? Go and communicate with them. Don't go too deep without bringing the business up, but go deep enough where it's not weird that you're just trying to spam them with a link or trying to get them onto your opportunity call. And then the fifth C is close. Ask people the right questions to see if they're open to do it, having a look at what you're doing, and see if they're open to checking out the Facebook group, seeing if they're open to jumping on a webinar or coming to an event, and so on and so on. Content, comment, connect, communicate, close, boom. Do that every day. Hammer it. I've done that every single day. Be consistent, be coachable, and you'll crush it. There's a load of C words in network marketing that are just amazing.
And I know you also have like a schedule where you post at a certain time every day.
Oh, yeah.
And then you also do one Facebook Live. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you do one Facebook Live per week at a certain time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. And I never miss them. Even if my favorite, I know you guys you call football soccer, which is wrong, but we'll let you can't get everything right. You guys, you can't get everything right. So I go live every single Tuesday, 9 p.m. UK time, without fail, on just a different topic. And I'm going to give you this little website now, and it has the potential to completely change your social media activity, simply because it will get rid of the objection of, I just didn't know what to talk about on my Facebook Live. Which is the number one reason why people don't go live. I've done studies and polls on all that. Is go to answerthepublic.com. Answer the public. I say it with a dodgy accent. Answerthepublic.com. What it does is it allows you to put in any keyword. If you're a mum, put in mum. Or entrepreneur, health and fitness, network marketing, whatever. And what it will do is it will show you a ton of things that people Google, like the most popular Googleable things based around that tagline. Go and use that for inspiration for a Facebook headline. In my opinion, to crush it on Facebook Live, you need a great title, good delivery. The content is like 5th or 6th down the list. And third, be consistent every single week, same time, same day. I don't have kids, so I can relate. Like, I can't relate to the people who are mums and kids, and I know having it locked in is tough, but do your best to do it.
But how many of us have read the book, Girl Wash Your Face? Right, or heard of the book, or I didn't read it, but Nadya read it. And Brendan Bouchard, Nadya's in his level 2 mastermind, and he had all these like top level people that are in his mastermind together. He was talking about how he's going to go live every day from like November to February because he really wants to build up his audience, get more engaged on social media. And he was talking about how that girl, Rachel Hollis, goes live every day at 8 a.m. I want to be clear also, you don't have to go live every day. Is it better? Sure. But Fraser goes live once a week, right? Once a week. And I'm not saying, Fraser, you probably go live other times. Like right now, we're doing a live video. But you know that at this time, on this day, this is your weekly show. Like we have Money Monday with the Meltons every Monday at noon. Figure out something that works for you and do your best to stick to it, whether it's daily, whether it's once a week. If you're one of those people that like, you just want to go live when you feel like it, but you'd like to go live 3 to 5 times a week, that's fine. You don't have to do it at a set time if you don't want to, but it's that consistency that you're going to start to see better results. And the best part, Fraser, and I'm sure you would be a great example of this, is you've gotten better over time on doing the live videos, showing up, coming up with content. It almost becomes easy to the point of like, I have so many ideas in my head, and then I have to pick and choose what I'm going to actually do a video about.
I challenge everyone who's watching this and write down 10 Facebook Live titles. That's it. 10. And I want you to go live at the same time on the same day each week, unless it conflicts with any other advice that your upline or other teachers and trainers are teaching you. I don't want to conflict with that. And stick to it until you do all 10. I can almost put money on it. By the time you get to the 10th one, you'll already have another 10 lined up. That's the trick in my belief, because if you know what you're going to talk about, it helps you become more consistent. It's like a DMO. If you know what you're going to do tomorrow, you go to bed excited, you wake up excited. That's what I love about the new school.
And you don't go to bed until you do it.
Exactly, right?
Here's the thing that I love about social media. You don't have to limit yourself to your warm market. You don't have to limit yourself to people in your area. If you can master what Fraser is talking about right now, those 5 C's, that's kind of the foundation of what it takes on a daily basis to build a business for yourself, and then you create duplication.
I remember a Saturday night, I was sat there and I had 3 three-way calls scheduled. It was 7, 8, and 8:30. And what that meant was I couldn't go out that night with my friends. They said, "Are you coming out?" I said, No, I'm hustling. I've got three-way calls. They're like, "Well, we're going to have a real 3-way. You stick to your virtual 3-way." No, I'm just kidding. So I'm there, right? 7:05, I'm like calling the guys. I can't get hold of my prospect. They're not answering my calls. So I went, okay, well, we'll have to do it another night. So I'm like, okay, it doesn't matter. I've got 2 other ones, and these 2, I've got hope, because these 2 they're killer. These 2. So 8 o'clock, same thing happens, just a no-show. I'm thinking, it's all right, 1 more left. 8:30, no-show. And I'm thinking, oh, flipping it. So on that date, I made a decision. I am never scheduling a 3-way call ever again. But then I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning building with the Australian team. And then I was not going to bed till 1 o'clock at night building with the Bolivian and Colombian and Brazilian team, right, that I was building at the time. So I wasn't sleeping. I was team no sleep. Like, yeah, let's go, team no sleep. This is amazing. This is a brilliant opportunity. Get freedom. Look at the bags under my eyes. I've got 7 of them and I'm 25, right? It's just not cool. So one thing I love teaching...
Well, and it's not attractive either, right?
No, I looked awful.
Really good people, really smart people see that and they're like, dude, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to be exhausted and not sleep. And it's cool to like hustle, flex your hustle muscle, grind, sacrifice for like 90 days. But if you have to do that for like 9 years, it's like, what are we working so hard for if we can't even enjoy our life?
Exactly, mate. And I think that's exactly it. Like for me, social media is appealing because it's the new making money on eBay. It's the new making money on Amazon. It's the new. That's what it is. It's network marketing. Social media is selling TV remote controls for a profit and flogging them on eBay. Bad analogy in terms of that, but you get my point, right? Sure. So I love the fact that I could wake up when I wanted to, when I was tired of sleeping, and then saying, "Ooh, I've got 27 3-way or 27 groups. This is money," because the rule is get them in front of some information and then filter it through till it gets to me. So my time is 100% efficient. So the best person, without sounding brutal and like big-headed, the best person in the organization is dealing with the money calls, which happens to be you, if you want it to be, right? If you're the person who's prepared to go to the events, listen to the calls.
We do these group chats. I mean, group chats are money.
Yeah, for sure.
They're so easy. And I tell people, I'm like, listen, put 2 to 3 upline leaders in a group chat And, you know, depending on whoever's available, we'll respond. And, hey, you know, Sam, nice to meet you. Would love to get to know you more, hear your story, and answer any questions you have once you get a chance to check out the groups and watch some of the videos. I mean, it's just so simple. And it eliminates the pressure. When it comes to follow-up and duplication, like this is the genius part of it. If, let's say, you bring on a new distributor and they put 3, 5, 10, 15 people in group chats, and then, you know, a couple weeks later, it's the end of the month, you can go back into all those group chats and just pop in a message, do the little wave emoji. That's one of my favorites. But you pop in there, maybe you drop an audio, maybe you drop whatever. You're just following up because they haven't gotten started yet. And the best part is, if they get started, you have them go back and look at that group message, and they can just duplicate exactly what was done with them. A 3-way call, I can do the most epic 3-way call I've ever done. And the only people that heard it are the ones that were on that call at that time, may or may not have been paying attention. Nobody recorded it. I can't duplicate that.
Mate.
And that's really where there's just a huge disconnect. Yes, you and me, and any top leader could actually have a better close ratio if I got on the call with everybody. If I met you face to face, I'll have a higher close ratio. But I'm going to be, first of all, I'm going to have way less ability to spread myself out to help more people because I'm on the phone all the time, or I'm physically meeting with people. Like while I'm meeting with someone, I can't talk to anybody else, right? So you're spreading yourself thin. It's harder to duplicate that behavior, right? Everybody always asks, what's ATM? What's ATM? It's not that complicated. Most of us are probably already doing it. And it's just adding people to a group, tagging them in a video or a post you want them to check out. And then the M stands for message, follow-up message, put them in a group message. And people just don't understand at first the big picture. And then once they start doing it, they're like, oh my gosh, this is so much easier for duplication, for time freedom, for leverage. It's freaking genius. Now, the only caveat is that we can't necessarily count on Facebook for the long term. We're hoping that Facebook allows us network marketers to do what we do. But that's why we as network marketers have to keep things clean, not be spammy, not ruin the network. Because Gary Vee, I think, says this, that marketers ruin everything. Right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Marketers ruin everything. Not just network marketers, just marketers, people in sales, businesses, companies in general. People are always wondering, what happened to the algorithm? I used to get 1,000 likes on a post, and now I don't. But that's because marketers were overwhelming the news feed and people were getting annoyed and leaving the platform. So I don't know if you could touch on that, but I know you're like an expert when it comes to like algorithm and kind of cracking the code. And I would love to just kind of wrap up with what you're seeing as far as what's working best for people to stay ahead of that curve with the algorithm and the changes and what happens.
So I don't class myself as a Facebook algorithm expert. I class myself as a consistency expert because, guys,
love it.
That's the only thing you can control. You can't control the algorithm because it's made up of like 10,000 different things. And if one changes, it all changes. But think about this. It's all about creating the right message and getting it in front of the right audience at the right time. That's the code. Right message, right audience, right time. We can't control their timing, but we can control our message. And Facebook can share that message to the right audience. This is how it works. Not many people know this. So let's say I love dogs, right? And I'm going to post a photo of my dog. And I have 1,000 friends. Let's kind of class it as like a ripple. So I'm the pebble, dog, right? 1,000 friends around in the first level, the first ripple, right? And that first ripple, 500 of them love cats, 500 of them love dogs. Now, the 500 who like dogs, they like it, they love it, they comment on it, they wow it. They don't have to share it. Their friends on the second ripple who have an interest in dogs, not cats, in dogs, they're going to now see that post. John Melton has loved Fraser Brookes' post about the Labradoodle and the St. Bernard, right? So guess what? They might go, ooh, what's this all about? Now, if they come over onto my post, my profile, and then go, oh, he's posting about dogs, cats, turtles, surfing, knitting, traveling, food. Well, this guy's like too much, man. Like this is like going to the movies and watching an action adventure, sci-fi documentary, biography, horror thriller. Like, what is this movie? Like, I don't get it. Like, what is it? But if I'm just posting dog, 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 is that person going to maybe like me, add me, follow me, communicate with me? Probably, yeah. because I'm talking about things that they've shown an interest in, right? So you always, always, always find one or two areas of your life that you absolutely love and go hard, go all in on that. Don't go and go, right, I'm just going to post about dogs because I like dogs, and then football because I like football, and fashion because I like fashion, and food because I like food, and network marketing because I like network, and entrepreneurship because I like, and Gary Vee because I love Gary. No. Go and find one or two areas, because if I was to sit down tonight after this and go, ooh, shall we watch a movie? What kind of movie should we watch? You know what you're going to get out of the movie. Let's watch an action. Let's watch a rom-com. Ooh, that's two. But it's not a rom-com, action, thriller, sci-fi, horror biography, because it doesn't exist.
What is a rom-com?
A romantic comedy. Darling.
Rom-com. I've never. That's Nadya's type. I should memorize that. That's
in Ruski. It's probably a rom-com. Like, probably something like that. And I believe in network marketing, you're one piece of content away from 1 million followers. I genuinely believe that. But to do that, you've got to be consistent, but not overdoing it. I think quality beats quantity when it comes to content on social media. And Facebook live video, doing the MLA video challenge, those sort of things will gain you confidence, will gain you experience of what to know what to say.
The reason I think we had success fairly quickly was because we got that part of it. We understood that showing up and just being yourself and sharing what can help another person, right? That person watching, how can my message help them? And I'm not just rambling or wasting time. I'm sharing a story, a lesson, a tip, an idea, a concept, something that's going to impact that person so that they want to come back for more, so they want to talk about it, they want to share it, and they feel like you're somebody that actually cares about them. The number one marketing tip is just to care.
100%.
If you care about your audience, you care about the person watching that's devouring your content, and you're hoping to help them, and it's not about you making a buck, that's when you'll make money. That's when you'll start to see growth. And it's not just you showing up because you need to make money. It's about how you can impact someone else, the person watching, the person tuning into what you've got going on.
And I think so glad you said that, because the one thing I know for sure, the reason why I absolutely love and adore my parents is because they've loved and adored me 1,000 times more than I ever did to them. So it's a massive lesson that you've got to give a lot of love before you can expect to get a lot of love. Give a lot of love. Be a good human. Share your struggles before you share your successes. And if you do share your successes, share your struggle before you got to the success. People can relate to that. Otherwise, people are going to go, oh, it's okay for him. He's just a success story. Everything he does turns into gold. And remember this, right? Write this down. It's a few long words, but longevity creates credibility. And in today's world, because of social media, it doesn't matter how long you do something. It matters how long you're seen to do that thing, which creates the credibility. For example, I've seen John and Nadya on live video on Facebook since I believe live video started on Facebook. And they have massive amount of credibility and authority, not just myself, but hundreds of thousands of people, if not millions of people in the network marketing profession worldwide, because they don't just do it, they show up every single week and do it and do it and do it. They love you guys. I think it's our friend RJ. She says, like, you create this like micro celebrity. You become this micro celebrity, and as much as you like might not want to be, like, I don't want to be a celebrity, but it's helped me create complete and utter freedom. You know, and I'm excited to be able to. That's the deal. I'm excited to be able to hold your hand on the stage at GoPro, mate. I will hold it because I will. It's a big event for me, mate. I've done a lot of the online stuff, but it's a big event for me, so I'll be holding your hand, so please sit next to me.
Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny, though? You could have 50,000 people watching your video, but when you're seeing them in the seats, right, and the spotlight's on you, yeah, it's definitely a different deal.
Mate. It'll be red.
Altogether.
It'll be red.
Fraser, you're the man. I appreciate you.
No, and I appreciate you too, mate. Thanks for giving back.
I'll see you in Vegas.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it, mate.
What's up? How awesome was that interview? I know, right? Killer tips. Now the key is to implement. Let me know. Drop it to the comments. What was your biggest takeaway? What is it from this conversation that you're going to do to take action to move your business forward? And listen, if you want more training just like this, subscribe. Make sure you are registered to get notifications when we drop a new video. I don't want you missing out. You don't want you to miss out. And here's the deal. If you want more nuggets like this, if you want more training, more insight, some of our best kept secrets, then make sure you click the link down below so you can get our social media guide. You're gonna love it, and it's gonna really help you propel your business forward and leverage social media the right way to build your business.